folks, we're getting close. 10 seconds.
Happy trials.
And go spring check.
6, 5.
Let's go to black.
3.
In order for some rides to work, you must consciously think that you are riding them.
Hello, I'm the Loud House Critic, one guy with 1,000 views and all the episodes I must review. I suppose you all know what the hell is going on in our country now. Say, the coronavirus crisis bullshit, where we have to stand at least 6 feet away from somebody, wash our hands every time before we eat and after we sneeze and cough, and worst of all, fucking isolation, staying at home all the damn time. Few states have been shut down, and I'm one of them. Hell, I'm unable to go back to work until the beginning of April sometime soon. But why the fuck am I even talking about that kind of bullshit crisis? Let's get on to what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, we're actually in April now, and we all know what that means. It's clearly Luan month. Well, I wouldn't say it would be Luan month because there's not much episodes I have to review of Luan. I only got at least like 2 or 3 to do. And today, on the first week of April, I am reviewing Funny Business, the 47th episode of Season 1 of The Loud House. It's another one of those episode bondings with Lincoln and one of his sisters, which would be one of the sisters who I just mentioned for this month. Well, let's just sit back and let's get a few laughs and make sure this ain't so as bad as Pogo the Clown. Today's Loud House episode was requested by Miguel Garces and Danny. If you have any Loud House episodes you want me to look back and review, subscribe and let me know in the comments section below. I just might be doing it. So we got a good start of an episode of Lincoln reading a comic book underneath the tree until he spots his sister Luan, who's having trouble with all her props and comedy gags, and she so much is dying to have an assistant for a gig performance.
Hey, what about you? You're great with Gary. Hey, stop that!
I thought rabbits were actually vegetarians. Although I remember one time we used to have a rabbit around the house and he ate one of my dad's TV cables and we couldn't even watch television for almost about a few days. We let him outside and he ran away the next day. Oh, what a life of memory that was.
I thought Lucy was helping you. And now, if my assistant will just hand me one more balloon, we'll have a pterodactyl. You killed the dinosaur!
Good, maybe we won't do another show about Barney and Friends.
Watch me, D-M-E-R-S-G.
Eat glass, Barney! Die, scum! Die!
Any last words? Too late.
Lucy didn't work out. Neither did Lynn.
Oh boy.
Water, you say? We add some melon.
Oh, a pirate's life is a wonderful life. We're rolling over the sea. Give me a career as a buccaneer, a life of a pirate for me. Oh, the life of a pirate for me. I'm sorry. You know, Lynn, there's this thing called use your brain, not your muscles. And you know, Lynn, it's probably best that you didn't have your brain up somewhere where I'd be sticking my foot up in you.
Huh?
Or Lenny.
Oh, that is just sad. Having Lenny as your assistant.
Why are clowns never bored? 'Cause we're good at keeping occupied. I said, good at keeping occupied.
Okay, I'm waiting for the punchline.
God damn it.
You know, when I was a little girl, I told everybody I was going to be a comedian. Everyone laughed at me, but no one's laughing now. Except for the dumb blonde who constantly fucks up my jokes.
Well, I've seen worse.
Or Lisa.
What could be worse about Lisa? Oh boy, why did I just fucking say that?
Hey, birthday boy, why don't you take the seat of honor?
Excuse me.
No one eats that cake! It clearly causes gastrointestinal distress!
This is gonna hurt.
Fired!
4 failures, 4 amateurs, so much regret and shame. Although I wish to see how the way Lola and Lori would actually help Luan out. But then again, Luna would actually do the perfect job.
Come on, Lincoln. Please! I really need your help.
I don't know. I'm not really the performing type. I don't want to make a fool of myself on stage.
Trust me, Lincoln, you have, had, and always will be one in this show. But then again, that is Luan's job.
All you have to do is help with the props.
I don't think it's for... What's that?
Just birthday cake. I always get sent home with leftovers.
Whop up that jewel, you little baby!
Usually I share it with my assistant, but since this job isn't for you...
When did I say that?
This ought to be another great bonding relationship episode. It is the first day performance of Lincoln being the assistant and Luan being on stage.
Good at keeping occupied. Ah!
So to speak.
Sorry.
But the childrens love the performance and the act. And not to sound mean, I'm just here to drop the ball. I love a rainbow wig, especially when it's on Luan. But am I the only one who thinks rainbow wigs are so queer nowadays? I mean, I wouldn't be wearing anything that has a rainbow on it. Never mind, I never wear anything that has a rainbow on it. But Luan wearing a rainbow wig, I'm fine with that. But at least she kissed somebody in stage plight.
That was awesome. The part when I tripped, and then the audience laughed, and then clapped. Amazing!
You enjoyed it. I knew you would.
Now here, I need you to clean this. Gary pooped in it.
I hope that's not Bugs Bunny shit.
Ain't I an asshole?
The next day with Luan's performance gig.
Water, you say? We add some melon.
Oh, pirate's life is a wonderful life. They never bury your bones. I'm sorry. Luan dressing up like a pirate makes me sing the pirate song from Peter Pan. And she kind of looks good as a pirate.
Whoa, Nelly!
Uh-oh, I'm sensing a dissatisfaction in Luan's eyes.
Man, great crowd, huh?
Yeah, super. So, what was that all about with the watermelon?
Well, you know, audiences seem to love it when I fall down, so...
Let me worry about the audience. You take care of deodorizing these clown shoes.
Jesus!
I wonder if Pepe Le Pew makes Whoopi and Ronald McDonald shoes.
Whoopsie daisy!
You think that shit funny?
Of course, these two mules would laugh at anything when bad stuff happens to Lincoln. But again, Lincoln was just being funny. Sort of.
See, I do know what audience is like.
I wouldn't be too sure about that, Lincoln Lucas Loud. This is something everybody should know and learn along their way. If you're really good at something that your fans or audience will love, never do the same thing over and over again. Always do something new, something exciting, something fresh along the way. Trust me, The Simpsons, they're outnumbered and they're outdone with their qualities. That show doesn't even feel nostalgic anymore. It's a whole new world every year. In the words from me, better get yourself updated and hip or else your audience are gonna disappear. Especially in showbiz. Anyway, the next day, on Luan's performance birthday gig.
And now, if my assistant will hand me one more balloon, we'll have a pterodactyl.
I went a little overboard with the helium. Whoa, good grief!
Now that's funny. Wait a minute, check this out.
Brittany, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Can you kill the dog now? Thinking about it.
Okay, is my voice back to normal?
What did one plate say to the other? Lunch is on me.
You know, every time when I see plates actually spinning on sticks when someone is doing that kind of performance, it reminds me so much of this show.
God help us.
I guess lunch is on me.
Now take it easy.
You do realize you're actually going to pay for all those broken plates.
He is hilarious.
Oh wow, there's that hot MILF-looking mother from Serial Fender.
MILF. MILF.
Waiting to get filled with my meat.
Funny.
She's fresh as fuck and you know it.
Now that's enough.
Do I have to give you guys a trick question about who they love more, Luann or Lincoln? Because in the next birthday gig, I'm actually thinking that Lincoln's actually going to take the next performance in his own hands.
All right, birthday boy. Why don't you take the seat of honor?
Holy macaroni!
You idiot.
So much Lincoln taking much of the fame and glory, Luann's starting to feel a green jealousy on her shoulder.
Boy, we are killing it! But I've been thinking, maybe you should do a little less of the talky stuff and more of the pratfalls.
Not to sound like the Griffin from Quest for Camelot, but here's where we enter a gray area.
Look, Lincoln, just because you got a few laughs does not make you an expert on clowning. There's a lot more to it than just falling on your butt.
She's got a point.
Well, the audience sure seems to like my...
Lincoln!
Enough!
No more pratfalls. I am the clown. You are the assistant. Now go refill these whoopee cushions.
But they're already inflated.
Not anymore.
Touchy.
Oh, yeah? Well, that would have been funnier if you'd fallen on your butt.
You just don't get it, Lincoln. So in Luann's room, Lincoln is huffing and puffing all these whoopee cushions until he gets a phone call for another birthday gig performance.
Yes, we're available the 11th. What? Oh, really?
Uh-oh.
Great. See you the 11th.
Who did we just book?
Actually, the correct question would be, who did I just book?
You're both wrong. It's whom?
Shut up, Lisa!
They only wanted me.
Yeah, right.
It's true.
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 Quiet, both of you! You're giving me such a migraine.
So what are you gonna do for your act? Fall on your butt for an hour?
That's exactly what I'm going to do, because the audiences love it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go put on my padded underwear.
Gosh, it's kind of like moonlighting, isn't it?
I would cheer on for Lincoln, but Luann is right. Yeah, I know Lincoln has done so much suffering in season 1, but he learns his lesson, and he's about to find out about it too late. So Lincoln arrives at the party to put on his falling butt performance, until an unexpected turn of events is going to put him in a bigger hole.
13.
Oh, hell no. Back on up.
But no problem. My comedy is ageless.
Shit, they're all goths. And he has no fucking idea what he's going to do. As Lori once said in Driving Miss Hazy, trust me, you're gonna fail. Happy birthday, Maggie? Oh boy, I'll get to her in a moment.
Hey, guys, who's ready to laugh? Whoopsie doodle! Now, who put this here?
You did, obviously.
Wow, somebody's not being such a ray of sunshine.
How about another joke, Murray?
No, I think we've had enough of your jokes.
Maybe these glasses will help me see better. I love them. I really gotta get my prescription checked.
Mom, look what that loser clown did to my poster.
Lincoln, they're clearly not buying it.
What a tough audience. It ain't like St. Joe. St. Joe, they love me there. Now observe closely. Nothing here, nothing here, and nothing here. The hand is quicker than the eye. Alakazam Morini, Presto Ruruti, and what's cooking Doc?
Pathetic.
You know that Joker reference I said earlier in the beginning of this episode review? I changed my mind. My name is Luan Loud. When I was a little boy, I told everybody I was going to be a comedian. Everyone laughed at me. Well, guess what? Nobody's laughing now.
Hot crowd, hot crowd.
Uh-oh. Whoa! And is it just me, or do one of those freaky goths actually have a tail of a raccoon? Could he possibly be one of the kids from the Animorphs series?
Oh, look at that! I have a message too! Mom! Didn't I tell you not to text me at... Whoa! Remember, guys, never walk in text.
Ugh, now he's gonna lecture us. He ruined my cake.
And is that so bad?
Jeff Dunham's is way more funnier than you are.
How about now? No? God damn it. I mean, Allah, damn it.
I'll give him the all-out job. This'll get him. Mom,
why did you hire him? I swear, if I had a door around me, I would slam it so hard right now.
Here's another choice for you. Guess which finger? I hope you guessed the one that means you.
You know, if I would have $50 every time you say that, Maggie, I would stuff that thing right down your training bra. And speaking of 13 and up, where are Lynn, Luan, and Luna's boobs? I'm sorry, forget it. They're fine just the way they look. I was only saying that because it kind of looks so odd since they're 13 and up and they're teenagers. Like I said before, I'm sorry again. It's just that when I saw the new Powerpuff Girls show, they got rid of Miss King's boobs, which is so fucked up. And clearly, I never liked that show. That's why I watched the original ones. But back onto the episode. So Lincoln, feeling so much paranoid and running out of so much ideas, he tries to make haste. Considering his audience hate him and they're all gobs and he has no idea what to do.
Well, try something else. You're a professional clown, aren't you?
Remind me not to book Funny Business Inc. for my kid's birthday.
Me neither. Oh, me neither. I don't want my kid to hate me.
Hey, did you get a load of that MILF retard?
Don't sweat it, sexy mama. Your ungrateful little shit already hates you. And the little fucker got you and him kicked out of the grocery store. Now Lincoln, being in as much shit as he is in right now, he tries to call Luan for help.
Funny Business Inc. Your fun is our business.
Luan!
I'm sorry,
Please,
I can't
stop
hear
that.
you. My clown car's going through a tunnel.
That shit is getting old. And clearly, it never works.
Luan, it's me.
I know. That's why I hung up. This is a business line, Lincoln. What do you want?
Luan, please, just listen to Lincoln.
Luan, I'm bombing out here. You gotta help me. Please! You told me there was a lot more to clowning than just falling on your butt. And you were right. Will you please come help me?
I really figured you'd last longer than that.
I don't know, Lincoln. Maybe bombing would be a good learning experience for you.
See? And let that be a lesson to you, Lincoln Loud.
Well, there's one other thing. I think I'm ruining the reputation of Funny Business Inc. These parents are brutal.
Don't move. I'll be right there.
Son of a bitch.
Gary!
Is it really okay for me to make slippers out of that little guy? So Luan actually arrives and finds Lincoln.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Emo tweens. Notoriously tough crowd.
Weird, gloomy, full of dried wit and sarcasm, and like seeing dead people.
But don't worry, this isn't my first Mope Fest.
And it's neither my first Mope Fest either. And I will explain that some other time. Right now, on with the show.
I get it. She's like trapped in a box. That's exactly how I felt when my mom said I couldn't dye my hair purple.
Wow.
It's like the soul-crushing pointlessness of 7th grade. You ready to do this?
I don't know.
You'll be fine. Just follow my lead. Wow. It's about how we're all just like clones.
That's what I was gonna say. I have to get their business card.
Definitely. Well, I call the weekend of the 22nd.
Sorry for the mime act. Lincoln and Luan nailed the crowd together, and once Luan saved the day. Having so much fun and Lincoln learning his lesson the hard way as usual, things get so much better between these two.
And I'm sorry for the way I was acting.
It's okay. I remember how great it was to get my first big laugh. I shouldn't have been so harsh. Still my assistant?
Still your assistant. Let me get those for you. Whoa!
I'm serious. You idiot.
Hey, what's so funny?
You know, that actually was kind of funny. Here, let me help you. Oh, good gravy!
Now that's loving and bonding, and I always love a good laugh, especially when it's in the end. Oh, funny business. How much laughter did I get out of this? Say, how you guys like my new Loud House scale rate? Anyways, this episode I enjoy quite a lot, but when I look back on it and watched it again, I don't think it's much as good as I remember it. Okay, now don't get me wrong, I love Luan episodes, but for the most part, this one felt a little bland, however. Luan was a bit of a jerk in this episode, and Luan said just falling over wasn't going to make people roar with laughter. I can make so much of an agreement on that statement with her, but Luan's behavior was pretty much like Lori's in Get the Message and No Guts, No Glory, where she had quite an attitude problem, and she was pretty mad at Lincoln. I get that Lincoln was stealing her spotlight, but at times she was just way too aggressive toward him, even talking to him in a negative tone. Either that or she was kind of jealous a bit, like how she was in Head Poet's Anxiety. And another thing about that, Luan just sat back and watched Lincoln fail, and only when she heard that Lincoln was going to ruin her business was that she decided to take matters into her own hands, making it feel like she was more into doing this for her own image rather than just be a good sister to her little brother. I really still love this episode. It's just that Lincoln wanted to do something on his own and realized it was too much for him to handle, which made him ask his older sister for help. And the ending does save this episode. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room that every Loud House fan has seemed to be angry, confused, or just don't like. The shipping of Luan and Maggie. Who in the fuck started all this? There was never a connection between these two. There was nothing they had shared together. There was nothing they had in common. And thank you, writers, for not making these two a couple. Seeing Benny and Luan kiss in the episode Stage Fright was much satisfying enough for all of us. This is about the only thing I hate about this episode as soon as when it got released. You know, I can consider Luna being a bisexual towards Sam, even though they turn out to be friends in Racing Hearts. But this, Luan and Maggie shipping,
It just don't add up!
my thoughts exactly. There were absolutely no hints on Luan hitting on Maggie in this episode. As a matter of fact, she doesn't even appear in any more episodes. And fans putting a pairing out between Luan and Maggie, that just makes no sense, people.
Well, if that is the case, well, better be safe than sorry.
But the episode is still enjoyable and I still got a few laughs out of it. And I managed to get some inspiration from Luan to being Larry Houdini. I'm the Loud House Critic. Stay safe, stay clean, until the virus war is over.
see. Excuse me, sir. Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out.
I couldn't carry a tune if it had a handle.
You ever had your face uppercutted by a frog dick? You trying to rope a dope?
Excuse me, ma'am. Is your refrigerator running? It is. Well, you better catch it before it runs away.